PUBG Mobile is on its deathbed, and no one knows it. Stop before you crucify me for clickbaiting. Hear me out. The last few months have been very prosperous for PUBG Mobile and PUBG Mobile creators, so much so that it's just as oversaturated as Fortnite. And the likeliness that a video from a small creator will get clicked is low. Regardless, I'm not lying. The mobile gaming world is going to change very quickly, and very soon. PUBG Mobile will no longer be on top of the leaderboard, and this is all due to Call of Duty Mobile. If you haven't been living under a rock, you know what Call of Duty Mobile is and that it will take no prisoners. The trailer is absolutely stunning, and it shows exactly what every mobile gamer has ever wanted: a great shooter on mobile. And we know that Call of Duty will deliver and Tencent will deliver. Now the only problem is, where does that leave PUBG Mobile? I'll tell you where. Dead. The official release date for Call of Duty Mobile was kind of vague. They said a few months, and they said this in October of 2018. So I'm guessing it's not a couple, so maybe at least before May or December of 2019. So that's around the time where PUBG Mobile, I would say, is gonna die. First of all, we know Call of Duty and Activision almost never, and I mean never, mess up a shooter. Let me elaborate. No matter how many shady microtransactions they put into their game, like Black Ops 4 and Blackout, or if the game is dull and people just don't really like it so much, for example, Call of Duty World War II, it didn't really do so well in the hearts of many hardcore COD players. It always has the gunplay down packed. Activision has mastered gunplay and shooting. That, along with their name, is their selling point, point blank. Even people who have never gamed on mobile will pick it up and try it out. Even if it's not as popular as it once was, it still holds that weight of being Call of Duty. So when they release the game, everyone will be playing it, and it will essentially be the Fortnite of mobile. Yes, I know there's already a Fortnite mobile, but it will be that in its popularity. Once again, players already have that nostalgia from playing on old Call of Duty maps, most from their childhood or teenagehood or adulthood, and that's another selling point. They're essentially selling nostalgia, and nostalgia sells. Everyone has their memories of playing on different Call of Duty maps. Activision won't even have to lift a finger into making new maps, they just have to port over their old ones, and people will accept it because it's Call of Duty and they love these maps. Even if there's nothing being done to them, they love them. And on top of that, it's mobile. People can pick it up and play a nice game of COD wherever they are. And yes, you usually do get a pretty good mobile experience. I play PUBG Mobile first person perspective, and it's very entertaining and pretty immersive for the most part. And I can go outside whilst waiting for the bus, waiting for the train, and just pick up a nice game of PUBG. Well, now imagine that with Call of Duty. PUBG now has to compete with all the years of Call of Duty, and correct me if I'm wrong, but somewhere near 12 or 15 years of consecutive releases. So all of those players and all of them wanting and yearning to play a new COD game will go ahead and install that nice free-to-play Call of Duty Mobile. Even if someone hasn't bought the latest Call of Duty, they will pick this up because it's free to play. They can just install it, get right into the game, and play it. Everyone will have it, and it's pretty much going to be the main game on everyone's phones, just like Angry Birds when it came out. First of all, we all know that Call of Duty and Activision almost never, and I mean never, mess up a shooter. Let me elaborate. No matter how many shady microtransactions they put in their games, or if the game is dull, people just don't want to play it, like World War II, for example. And for shady microtransactions, I would say Black Ops 4. It really didn't do so well. I mean, it made profits, but in the hearts of the gamers, it didn't do so well. COD still always masters the gunplay. COD and Activision have mastered gunplay and shooting, and along with that, their name is a selling point, point blank. Even people who have never gamed on mobile will pick it up. Even people who have never gamed, if they see that in the App Store, they probably will pick it up. Even people who have never played Call of Duty will probably pick it up because everyone knows what Call of Duty is, and that's their selling point. Even though Call of Duty is not as popular as it once was, its name still holds weight. So when they release the game, everybody will be playing it, and will essentially be the Fortnite of mobile. Yes, I know there's already a Fortnite mobile, but in terms of popularity, players also have a nostalgia from playing on old Call of Duty maps for most of their childhood or teenagehood or adulthood. That's another selling point for PUBG. They can essentially sell on nostalgia alone, and we all know that nostalgia sells. Look at the NES console, mini NES, and the mini SNES. Players have the nostalgia from their teenagehood, remembering the maps, remembering the times that they, shot someone in the head, 360 no scope. Regardless, they're now able to do that on mobile. And Call of Duty won't have to spend money and resources into making new maps. They only have to port over their old ones because they know that's what people want, and no one's really gonna care because it's Call of Duty. It's Activision. People will pick these maps up and this game up because they love it, even if there is nothing being done to them. People can pick up a nice game of COD whilst doing literally anything out and about. That's the selling point of mobile. And yeah, you do get a pretty nice mobile experience when you are playing an FPS. I play PUBG mostly, and the first person mode, and I do get a pretty nice experience. For the most part, pretty immersive. I can play waiting for the bus or waiting for the train. Now imagine that with Call of Duty, and PUBG has to compete with all of the years Call of Duty has and all the players it has built from these years. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been about 12 to 15 years of non-stop consecutive releases from Call of Duty or Activision. All those players, that entire fan base, they're going to install it. They're going to come rushing back to it because it's a free-to-play game. Even if it was someone who hasn't touched the game for years, they're going to pick that up most likely because it's a free-to-play game. This will be the main game on everyone's phone, much like Angry Birds when it came out. Once again, it's going to be the Fortnite of mobile, and everyone's going to be playing this game. It's a given. The second reason why Call of Duty Mobile will dominate PUBG Mobile is because of the resources that company has. Activision is massive and has tons of resources. It seems to me that for the past few years, Call of Duty has put the bare minimum into their games, and they're still able to sell and make billions. If you're not playing them, even if you're not playing them, kids are filling your places and playing them. So even if you think COD is dead, no one's playing them, people are still playing that game. They may not get as much traction as they once did before, but they're getting daily users, regardless of only putting half or a fourth of the effort they used to put in their games. Making a Call of Duty game on mobile is going to be even easier than making a full-fledged Call of Duty game. So they know they're going to make a ton of money doing this from all the microtransactions, which I will get into later, and the cosmetics, and the studio could easily come up with maps, new guns, and cosmetics from previous games, which I doubt they will do, because they don't even do that with their current games. They literally just port over stuff from the previous ones. But if they wanted to, they can make some brand new content pretty easy because of how big their studios and their company is. Thirdly, PUBG Mobile only has a few modes. The major ones so far is the Battle Royale mode, the War mode, and the newest addition, the Zombie mode, which is going to be patched or going to be put in 0.11, which I've played, and it's amazingly fun, really fun and entertaining. The only problem is Call of Duty has those modes as well. It will have its regular multiplayer mode like Team Deathmatch, which is basically War mode. Everybody knows Team Deathmatch, everyone has played Team Deathmatch. Everyone's played the zombies, and of course there's a good chance from certain leaks that there will be a Battle Royale mode. So after that, what does PUBG have to offer? Call of Duty can do Battle Royale. We have seen that with Black Ops 4, Black Ops 4 Call of Duty Blackout. And we know they can do multiplayer mode. Once again, PUBG has a War mode. And of course, they can do zombies. They really can do zombies because they do it really well. And of course, PUBG has zombies. But I really want to know, if you had to pick, and I mean, answer honestly in the comments, which one would you pick? Don't be biased, I want you to speak from your heart. Actually know not your heart because your heart is biased, but from your head, and leave the comments. If you had to choose to play PUBG War Mode or Call of Duty multiplayer like Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, or Search and Destroy, which one would you choose? I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna put like a black screen up, and I'm actually gonna wait for you guys to comment because I want to know.
I'm waiting!
Yeah, we're waiting!
If you said you would rather play PUBG War Mode or any of the other PUBG game modes versus Call of Duty, then you're not human, because it's human nature to always search and try to acquire the best product, especially if it's for free. The average person, objectively speaking, will choose Call of Duty because Call of Duty can make the game better. But there is an issue with that statement, that being that Tencent is making and overseeing both games. So if Tencent makes Call of Duty Mobile just as well as they made PUBG Mobile without any input whatsoever from Activision or any of Call of Duty's special mechanics, looking only at that, we would see Call of Duty still has the upper hand because of the nostalgia and history, not to mention how their games work in comparison to PUBG. Objectively speaking, the average person will rather play Call of Duty Zombies than the new PUBG Zombie mode, even though it's great. People would rather take Call of Duty Zombies. The multiplayer between, the Battle Royale mode between Call of Duty and PUBG, there might actually be a little bit of competition there, but the War mode, it's laughable, the difference between it, because I mean the War mode on PUBG, it's okay, it's basically bearable, but it's no match for Call of Duty Team Deathmatch, Domination, or Capture the Flag, etc. Last but not least, we have proof.
You gotta love proof, you know what I mean? You gotta always love when there's proof. You literally, what an idiot. How stupid can you be?
Blackout came out on Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and it blew PUBG out of the water. PUBG, this is the PC version / console version. PUBG was already on its deathbed, but Call of Duty sent a slug right into PUBG's chest, and no big streamer or content creator is playing it or was playing it when Black Ops 4 Blackout mode came out. Now the only thing Call of Duty really has against it is the microtransactions and their constant need to milk their consumers dry, but that doesn't really apply in mobile games because they're free and Activision knows how to make mobile games. If you did not know, Activision owns Candy Crush, and they made billions, yes billions with a B, from it in the last few years. It actually amounted to half of their total revenue. That's including their console and PC AAA games like Call of Duty and Destiny. And with mobile gaming, PUBG does the same thing. All mobile games try to milk their consumers, most of them, because they're not getting paid up front. What makes Call of Duty a hated game in the console and PC market makes them shine the most in mobile gaming market, and of course you can see that with Candy Crush. In conclusion, Call of Duty Mobile will match PUBG at every aspect and most likely beat them at every aspect. There's no reason to stick with PUBG Mobile other than for nostalgia that the players already have. The best case scenario is that it becomes like Rules of Survival and is pushed out of the limelight but still has players. If you like this video, you know what to do. You want to see more of my content, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 200 subs. And if you found any of my points to be wrong, please let me know in the comments or on my Discord, and you can find that in the channel banner or in the description of this video. I really do want to talk about this because it's a very fascinating topic to me, so please comment away and tell me, do you think that PUBG Mobile will be killed by Call of Duty Mobile? Or at the very least, be put on the back burner? Or do you think I'm wrong and they'll compete neck and neck? Please let me know. Until next time, adios. P.S. Mobile games don't have a very long lifespan compared to other games, so that's another reason why PUBG of course will soon die. And on top of that, mobile games such as these take up a lot of space. So many people will have to choose between Call of Duty and PUBG, and thinking Call of Duty will win that fight. Also, people are going to have to choose because ever since Call of Duty became popular, everyone has wanted to become an MLG COD Pro, and so everyone's going to be a sweaty tryhard on the game. You can't be really a sweaty tryhard on two games, PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, unless you're literally a genius. And the thing about being a genius is that the average person is not a genius. So they're gonna pick one, and once again, I'm positive that Call of Duty Mobile will be the one that's gonna be picked. Once again, peace out. Let me know what you guys think.
Oh,